Village Defence Force observe its 12th Racing Day. Chief Minister N. Biren appeals to stop challenging the government by forming associations. All Tribal Students Union Manipur at some and its affiliated associations warns of economic blockade and demand for issuance of ADC elections notification latest by March 11. Manipur logs 2 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 cases. 4 persons recovered in the last 24 hours, taking recovery toll to 28,884. Death toll remains at 373. And India logged 18,327 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, rising tally above 1,11,92,000. Recovery rate dropped below 97%. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Saturday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with you. Before we begin, Impact News would like to make an appeal to all our viewers that to stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your face masks properly and maintain a safe distance while stepping outside from your homes or workplaces. Remember, these 3 simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic. Now to top stories. Village Defence Force VDF observed its 12th Racing Day at the state level today. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren praised BDF personnel for their contributions and assured of necessary welfare projects for them. BDF Welfare Association Manipur organized the event at the auditorium of Manipur State Film Development Society. Chief Minister N. Biren acknowledged that salary of BDF personnel is not in sync with their contributions and assured that the government will consider what can be done for their welfare. He warned higher ranking officers not to treat VDF personnel as their helpers or private personnel. Biren also appealed to VDF personnel to discharge their duty with discipline and to extend necessary cooperation in ensuring better police and public ties.
Training and a few RRs and Dokshira, Kalamito, Bokito, yes. The Puna Madu, Tanner, I have a record, like the government Gila, Madurai, Miami, Panama, Potutoke. Diadum, higher ranking officers in the video, Sinsi, Mayums have the Sene heavy. I mobile number, how to Ramirava. Can I the Kari, can I officer, the Quaker, Suriga, Tap with her, Massi Yari, Video the worry, but no. mayam no worry but mafam ko ding mata kainom to ko no wana thengna base dum no feel the new yam thengna ai su khangi to baya ba government gi side gi ko to gani kari na khoi gi family mo pu da sang da baya da posok sing do madu gi requirement ba gi na na mit to baya na bodu kari to sigi hai du mai soida dai yang singani hai.
Chief Minister N. Biren also appealed to stop challenging the government by forming associations. He called upon various government departments to discharge their responsibilities with commitment and shunned the culture of cease work strike in the event of tracing their demands. He stressed on the need to maintain a mutual understanding between the government and various associations for the betterment of the state. BDF personnel submitted a memorandum raising various demands to the Chief Minister on the occasion. Efficient VDF personnel were felicitated at the event.
Association phone to ga government si bargaining to mantik na bahida nang adu to de koi si to re si is chanda bi me le sem khatam adu to de da to de koi thabak to ro ya to strike to ya da to hai ba si gi chanda bi chin ta ga koi kun do se ai gi sense of responsibility na sai wa da ran na hai gi ai na bdm chang go ka da ai sugum ba phat da sin ji theng na gani hai bi wa khalam bi loi le ngoni da hai bi that is fact adu na mang da thar ka da patient madu mathuk ta.
All Tribal Students Union Manipur at some and its affiliated associations have warned of economic blockade and demand for issuance of ADC elections notification latest by March 11th. ANSAM, an apex body of Naga and Kuki students' bodies, held its General Assembly meeting 2021-22 and it took various resolutions yesterday. Tangkhul Katamnao Saklon TKS hosted a meeting at the indoor stadium of Bakshi Ground in Ukhrul. At some warrant of a 24 hours, a total shutdown in the hill districts by March 12 midnight, followed by economic blockade if government failed to announce the ADC election dates. The student body also urged the state government to reopen schools for lower classes and oppose any policy or intention by the state education department to change the academic calendar in Manipur similar to the CBSE. House of the Tribal Students Apex body further urged the government to continue with the traditional February to December academic calendar in Manipur. During the meeting, Atsam and all its affiliated units reaffirmed to oppose the ST status demand by the Meitei and Meitei community. They also demanded to carry out delimitation exercise in Manipur at the earliest based on 2001 census under the existing Delimitation Act.
Government assumed the tribal people on the promise Toramba within the month of April the election process loiraga new government ADC new government installed Togani Haibasi. Practical in the Putok Piraga election notification si Topiro. If the election notification of ADC Autonomous District Council is not notified by 11, the all tribal students along with all the civil societies of the Hill District will go for 24 hours total shutdown from the midnight of 12 March and will be followed by indefinite economic blockade.
Chief Minister Nongthaman Biren announced to provide pension to Amaiba, Amaibi, Arangpham, Pung artisans and singers who are above the age of 60 years. He made the announcement at the oath-taking ceremony of him as the new president of Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board, Haying Khongban Ufong Makhong today. Speaking on the occasion, N. Biren said, "A community cannot be made known to the world without preserving one's own religion." He espoused to preserve our religion and culture. He added necessary arrangements are underway by the officials concerned to construct a road leading to shrine at the earliest. Rajya Sabha MP Tutula King Leisemba Sanajauba also attended the event. First board meeting of Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board LSTB was also held after the oath-taking ceremony. 2-minute silence was observed as a mark of respect to the late LSTB members, and various resolutions were taken during the meeting. Some of the resolutions are to increase LSTB annual budget, to extend present complex, and to include Lainingthau Sanamahi Sanglen as a tourist destination of the state. Rajya Sabha MP Leisemba Sanajauba has claimed that the BJP will stay in power at centre and state for another at least 10 years. He was speaking at the foundation laying ceremony of a community hall at Hobam Marak Oinam Laikai Point in Imphal West District yesterday. Leisemba Sanajauba urged people of Kishamthong Assembly constituency to elect an eligible and worthy candidate in the upcoming election to bring greater developments. He also stressed on the significance of a community hall for holding events. Act East Policy Convener R.K. Sivachandra, Solar Union President Salam Bhuvan Meitei, local clubs and Mera Paibis members took part in the event.
Kishamthong Kendra the Rajniti Maramdai Hagacha eating Nasade, Yam Henamatic Chava Halaman, Mayam Pictana Levedo, Tamdi, only Rajniti, Jelly, Isils de Koyahu Sumbra, I will say Mayam Maramdi can have a Tam the housing, Highway Wani, Manipur Dasu, Aduga, Bharot Dasu, Sina Narendra Modi Lusinga and Lakini Sakini, Sahi Matangilako, Sahi Manga Sakini, Matangi Sahi Manga, Sahi Taragumade Sakini, Masai Lapel, Tolka Hajavanati.
Rajya Sabha MP and Tutula King Leisemba Sanajauba has assured of urging the state government to recommend inclusion of a Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list of the Indian Constitution. Representatives of Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee led by President Dheeraj Yomnam held an almost 1-hour meeting on the matter with Leisemba Sanajauba on March 4th. Speaking on the sidelines, Dheeraj Yomnam said Rajya Sabha MP Sanajauba has shown keen interest in the matter and has pointed out that inclusion of Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list requires recommendation by the state government. He said the Tutela King has assured them of urging the state government to send recommendation to the centre at the earliest. They said their movement in demands for enlisting of Meitei community in the Central Tribe list was hindered by the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak and assured of continuing their movement once the pandemic subsides.
Recommendation, state government recommendation, Yaudravati, RD Parliament, Kasutobungamti. Central government say Moini Yabi, otherwise, but the quick state recommendation Tabas in ever. And the state recommendation Taba, Minister Yaba Misangi than a co. I took up the neighbor. Aduna, Madu, country, stone of a minister, I want to look again, characters again, have to say. Must you hide the number? Hey, I think it's a Tavan of Harry, have to say. Gan, Taminanaba, Pursuit Tonaba, Pressure Pinanaba, Dupunamaxisu, Sort Tonaba, a quick interest, Sharp Tonaba, Maharajna. Masi convince tauna na se masi hona gani haiba sine adu madu hona da line da wa taurani ga semak asimak horani haina haibi ho mention recommendation state government.
Manipur Muslim Welfare Organization has accused the Minority Affairs Department of sidelining a Meitei Pangal community. Press release from MMWO accuses the department of failing to initiate welfare projects for the minority community and warns of protest against the same. Chairman Forum of 6 ADC Manipur appealed to state government to conduct autonomous district council ADC election of 6 hill districts. Forum coordinator cum chairman of ADC Ukhrul Dr. Yaranso Ngalung warned of democratic form of protest if government fail to set date for the election within 1 week. Speaking to media during a press meet held at ADC Bhavan Sangakam today, Dr. Yaranso said failure of government to make ADCs at hill districts function properly has hindered the development pace. He added, announcement was made to conduct ADC election during Manipur Legislative Assembly meeting on October 8 last year. He said the state cabinet also decided to conduct the election during their meeting held on November 10 last year and January 25th of this year. Following failure to conduct election for a long time on March 2nd, High Court of Manipur also notified to conduct the election at the earliest. Dr. Yaranso appealed to Hill Area Committee and Hill MLAs to apprise to authorities concerned to conduct the election at the earliest for the welfare of the hill districts. He termed the statement made by Movement for People's Rights Forum Manipur that funds sanctioned under 4th Finance Commission were misappropriated by ADCs of 6 hill districts as baseless. He added proper infrastructures were implemented in hill districts under 14th Finance Commission. He termed allegation towards ADCs even after completion of 14th Commission and commencing of first phase of 15th Finance Commission as dirty politics. He further termed failure to allow functioning of ADCs when second phase of 5th Finance Commission is about to begin as unfortunate.
The all honorable ADC members of 6 ADCs of Manipur have unanimously resolved to initiate democratic process to fulfill the aspirations of the tribal people if the government of Manipur fails to announce the date of election to 6 ADC within 1 week time. Adu Manipur government ki policy ni haira go to the hills, go to the village hairaga akhoi ki ADC ki function to hundred go to his kai go to village kai to no village ka hills aching the mayam lady bani aduna akhoi ki appeal to janing budi appeal to ning budi government of Manipur as well as akhoi ki concern hearers committee khona so phajana seriously to raga akhoi ki tribal ki MLA mayam su they should take seriously regarding our appeal not that akhoi ri ching the agitation chathak rane khoi
Member Secretary of Manipur Science and Technology Council, MASTEC, Mongjum Joy said our state will develop only when youth strives to be a skillful individual and make oneself self-reliant. He was speaking at the valedictory event of a 6-day skill development training program on processing of different value-added fruits and vegetables, spices and soy milk products organized by Manipur Science and Technology Council, MASTEC Imphal at MASTEC Complex, Takilpad today. Speaking further, Mongjum Joy said various training programs are being held under the aegis of the central government to make the youths of the state skillful and self-reliant. He said funds sanctioned in relation with skilled development programs will never go to waste as it will provide jobs to youths. Speaking regarding the training program held under the aegis of MASTEC, Mongjam Joy assured to lengthen food processing and training programs in future in view of the complaints that organizing a food processing and training program only for 6 days is short. He also appealed to youths who have received a training to share their knowledge to other people too. He also pointed that packaging experts should be consulted to attract more customers. Director of Science and Technology Directorate, Homila Hongray, MASTEC Director, Dr. L. Dinachandra, and others attended the valedictory event. Altogether, 367 individuals, including 21 women, attended the training program. New 18 eatable items were produced during the training program.
Leibag asida leiriba mipum khudingmakta sana isabu thok phangjanabagi adugumba pandam ama oina skill development da ikona thada gi bo paisa taw gi bo training asidi koi mang ba suklai le roi do masagi madugi tongan ba magi kana ba leiraba adugumba masak amani ana mamang da haibiramba participants ing haibiramba kari haitare koi gi matam khara sangna tawhaningi matam yam ten bani na koina khaningba adegi hainingba mayam adu mapung phana ekoi tamjabo pambadu anghogdi haibadu yam sumi aduna mathangi koina program sinma matam da yari makai sang khar sangdana bo 10 days kuma tawna ba sinjage aduga maruina hojiki equipment ni matang da koi instructor oibireba koi tamot tonjaw na haiba adi koi equipment kra wat paleriba mayam gi tawbu matamda sagi mai gi kari da kitang madugi ngai wat pakot pale ru mayam du men khenaba koi huju maksu koi equipment lo na bagi koi plan tawjari adu khwai maru ri bading asi tambiri ba aduga hairaga chatbi ri ba kuding mangna sai sagi lekai da kamaina tawraga masi koina tammi ba potu miyam da muk tak thoga koi skill development je pak sana sandok pada chobu thodang lobi.
Chief Minister Nongthoman Birena flagged off a cycle rally organized as a part of the week-long celebration of Jan Aushadhi Divas 2021 from Chief Minister's bungalows today. Eastern Farmer Division, in association with the Manipur Adventure and Mountain Biking Association, organized a rally aimed to spread awareness on Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. Social Welfare Minister Okram Henry has launched the new products of Amy Food Products at Soibam Laikai, Wangkai Kunau on March 4th. Amy Food Products encourage entrepreneurs to rely more on indigenous products for self-reliance. Speaking at the event, Minister Okram Henry appealed to such entrepreneurs to avail the benefits of the Atmar Nirbhar Bharat scheme taken by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which grants a loan up to 25 lakh rupees. People of Moreh town will get safe drinking water in the near future. Public Health Engineering Department, PHED, Technopal Division, Executive Engineer K. Bisorjit has asserted that works taken by PHED to provide safe drinking water in Moreh town is almost completed. Media persons have come across that construction of one journal reservoir tank each at Moreh Worth number 1 and 9 have completed, while a full-swing construction of settling tanks is currently underway. Laying of water pipes connecting the water supply plants is 50% completed. It's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news and updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back. You're watching Saturday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India has recorded a single-day spike of 18,327 in new cases of coronavirus, taking the country's COVID-19 caseload to 1,11,92,088 in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, there are 1,80,304 active cases of COVID-19 in the country. Death toll has reached 1,57,656 with 108 new COVID-19 fatalities. On the positive note, 14,234 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, rising the recovered cases to 1,08,54,128. India's recovery rate stands at 96.98%. Maharashtra has the highest active cases of above 90,000 in the country. Over 1.94 crore people have been vaccinated against coronavirus in the country. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 11 crore 67 lakh 68,000 people, above 2 crore 5 lakh 93,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 9 crore 23 lakh 67,000. USA has the highest active cases above 88 lakh 74,000 in the world. China, from where the pandemic started, has only 173 active cases of COVID-19. Manipur reported 2 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Newly infected persons are 1 each from Imphal West and Noni. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 29,288. No death case has been reported in the last 24 hours. The toll remains at 373. On the positive note, 4 people have recovered in the last 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 28,884. State's recovery rate stands at 98.63%. India Meteorological Department, Regional Meteorological Center of Guwahati forecast rainfall in some isolated places of Tamenglong, Jiribam, Noni, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Imphal East, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Churachandpur and Farjol district for the next couple of days. It warns of heavy rain with thunderstorm in Imphal East, Ukhrul, Jiribam and Noni. Fairly widespread rains will drench parts of Tamenglong, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Ukhrul and Jiribam district on March 7th. Tamenglong, Senapati, Imphal West, Imphal East, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Jiribam, Noni and Technopole district on March 8th. Tamenglong, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Ukhrul and Jiribam district on March 9. As per report from ICAR, Agrometeorological Unit in Lampalpad, today's highest temperature was at 25.9 degrees Celsius and lowest temperature was 13.1 degrees centigrade. Humidity in the morning was at 83% and 43% in the afternoon. Precipitation was recorded at 3.2 millimeter. Police continues destroying illegal poppy plantation in the state. A combined team of Technopole District Police and Commando NAB NAB Manipur and NCB destroyed illegal poppy plantation on around 20-acre stretch of Machi Hill Range under Machi Police Station in Technopole District yesterday. Technopole SP Thokchong Bikramjit and NAB SP Wathan Vasu led the combined team. Kuki Students Organization KSO Imphal in association with the Game Village Block and Department of Transfusion Medicine RIMS jointly organized a one-day emergency blood donation camp at the Kuki Community Hall in Langol, Herbon, Beng today. Around 70 persons donated blood in the camp. Speaking at the event, Secretary of KSO Imphal, Lainio Haukip assured that KSO will extend possible aid in times of blood shortage issue at RIMS and Jennings. He is sure to organize such blood donation camps at other areas too. Prize distribution ceremony of a state-level painting competition organized by Mami Thawan Foundation was held at the Imperial Hall of Classic Grand in Chingmaru today. The competition, categorized into 3 groups, was held on the theme Aikoigi Pony on February 28. MD of Babina Diagnostic, Dr. Thangjam Dabali, MD of Radiant Group, N. Romeo, and Director of Boyo Private Limited, N. Thoitoi graced the event. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. T.H. Dabali lamented over the fact that the indigenous breed of pony, which made a name for Manipur in the world, is now at the verge of extinction. He stressed on the need to raise awareness among the younger generation to conserve the pony breed. He called upon the relevant authorities to strive towards rescuing the indigenous pony with sincerity.
Pony haibasidi koina retrospectively yeng taragasu koi miyoiba especially koi Meitei society da mayor role nagi edu lai mitam dagi hona loina adumba sama khalamani edu ngasidi noma gi pony si masing handare project ki actual figure ki matungina listing ama den listing ani gi manung da legani ala du main pai Manipur da pony masing si adu masing hengalakte hajik tamna sum handare sigi changi da sum handarak taragadi normally pony se koi subaina ayek lai when Urisigi Natana Masa Assemble, Ponisi, Ubu Pangatabi, Masigi, Mihorom Jinina, Ninsingana, Duga Masigi against the Heidi Mangi Gataki, endangered where a Mangi Gataki, Kanana Honamsi, Todani.
Manipuri short film Panthogi Liklam has bagged the jury's special mention title in the 13th International Guwahati Film Festival 2021. The 7-minute short film is directed by Rakesh Moirangthem and produced by Suresh Khongbantabam. Guwahati Cine Club organized a film festival at Guwahati's Ravindra Bhavan from February 27 till March 3rd. Actress Tantoy gave a rousing performance in the patriotic film. Now the sports news. Chief Minister Nongthombam Birena today distributed martial arts mats to association participating in the upcoming state-level Chief Minister Martial Arts Manipur. Committee for State-Level Chief Minister Martial Arts Manipur organized event at the indoor stadium of Khoman Lampak Sports Complex. Education Minister S. Rajan, Agriculture Minister O. Lukhoi, CAF and PD Minister T. Shantabrata, Sekmai MLA H. Dingo, Kairao MLA L. Rameshwar and Committee Convener Mr. India KSH Bhaktakumar were among those present at the event where mats were presented to around 40 Thangta associations. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister N. Biren called upon to conserve and promote the ancient art form of the state.
Indigenous martial art. Sumnagi ngasai habi sumnagi hatsang ngathok nabunate. Sumnagi simi khana nabunate. Sumnagi yesakagi ngathok nabunate. Sumnagi yesakagi leiban ko nana nabunate sini. Masina achawba khwaidi chawba gunna magari yawi themka jari. Miya boy na ko matanga. Miya boy na society na himu matanga kari sange ko. Ai koi ariba indigenous martial arts na yawi. Saga na bachinsa Sarah the Bachincha, Tumba the Matam, Tumui the Matam, Mingon the Nan the Bavana, Namui the Bavana, Taxi Dashi, Lamsat Bevar, Mama Masakamba, Alaman Masakamba, Togoron Bevar Raidaba, Adum looking non shut the name of the same when we treated the biggest thing that we sing Yabrasu, Manipur, Laiba, and Sibiki, history that I'm not a Mizare, Madumi, Madipa.
3-day Thangta training program organized by Educational Youth Sports and Cultural Association EYSCA Thoubal kicked off at EYSCA Community Hall, Thoubal Achoba Bazar Makha today. The training program was held to promote Thangta sport, which recognized as an indigenous game under Khelo India by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Indian government, and to award the sport to the upcoming youths. Speaking at the event, Khangabok ex-MLA Okram Dandoni said, Thangta dance and music handed down by our forefathers are the pride of the state. Not only this, Thangta dance and music have been guarding us. He added that everyone has a befitting role in preserving our own culture. He also lauded the role of EYSCA Thoubal in preservation of Thangta sport. President of World Thangta Federation Kam, Grand Master of Thangta Mahikol, Prem Kumar Huidrom, Vice President of Hiel Lalong Thangta Association Manipur, T.H. Priyo Kumar, Retired Assistant Director of Sports Authority of India, Konsam Michael, Founder President of EYSCA Thoubal, Saubam Ningthem, and around 40 girls and boys attended the program. Participatory certificates were distributed to boys and girls who took part in the first coaching camp organized by Dharmapur Social Club Football Academy from December 26th of last year till February 17 of this year. The event was held at the club office building today. Altogether, 73 players, including 7 girls, took part in the coaching camp for boys and girls between the age of 10 to 15 held at the ground of Sangaipat Sports Authority. Speaking on the occasion, President of Brahmapur Social Club R.K. Dharmendra, retired IRS, said Manipur is leading in football sports in the country. He said the coaching camp aimed to nurture budding footballers right from the grassroots level. Pre-qualifying round matches of the 11th AMFA Senior Women's Football League of BM Singh Trophy will begin from March 7th. ICSA Rengbam, WFA Kakching, AMFA FC Andro, MPSC Police Headquarters, YWC Langthabal and ESU Palace Compound will be competing in the league matches at the artificial turf ground in Lamlong, Thongkhong. Press release from the General Secretary of All Manipur Football Association AMFA stated that ICSA Rengbam will be lock horns with ESU Palace Compound in the first match of the league. Cyclone Thangmaiban defeated Trao Kokaithel by 48 runs to clinch the 5th MNCA W Pralada and W Ramananda cricket tournament. The tournament, sponsored by W Bhaktharaj, retired MCAs, was held under the aegis of Manipur Cricket Association at Luang Popa Cricket Stadium in Luang Sangbam today. In today's last match, Trao Kokaithel fielded first. Cyclone Thangmaiban made 133 runs in 30 overs with 8 wickets down in the inning. Kishan Laishram made 32 runs and TH Akshay Kumar made 31 runs. While Trao Kokaithel's bowler Anand Narim took a 3 wicket and Priyojit Kangabanga took 2 wickets. Responding to which, batting second, Trao Kokaithel secured 85 in 28 overs and 2 balls with all 10 wickets down. In this inning, Rahul Rajkumar made 27 runs and Cyclone Thangmaiban's bowler TH Akshay Kumar took 3 wickets and Kishan Laishram took 2 wickets. Cyclone Thangmaiban's all-rounder TH Akshay Kumar was adjudged player of the match. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Village Defence Force observed its 12th Raising Day. Chief Minister N. Biren appeals to stop challenging the government by forming associations. All Tribal Students Union Manipur Atsam and its affiliated associations warned of economic blockade in demand for issuance of ADC elections notification letters by March 11th. Manipur logs 2 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, 4 persons recovered in the last 24 hours, taking recovery toll to 28,884. Death toll remains at 373. And India logs 18,327 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, rising tally above 1,11,92,000. The recovery rate drops below 97%. That's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, good night.